Hello, America. It's TV's Dave Galvin back. Yeah, I'm a little late. Sorry. I got a little late as my dog is rubbing her back all over the floor. Got a little late because I just wasn't very organized when it came to life. Now she's growling. Whichever. So we went on our Carnival cruise and we are back, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about our experiences, specifically the negative ones, because it wasn't really a positive cruise. It wasn't a great experience. I will not be returning to Carnival. First of all, before we get underway, the videos I made went viral on TikTok. I mean, tons and hundreds and tens of billions of people can actually watch our experiences on the cruise ship. People out there are fascinating because nobody wants to hear anything negative. They just want to hear what they want to hear. Nobody wants to hear someone else's opinion or personal belief. They want their beliefs validated. With that said, if you want to see the videos, look us up on TikTok. It's at Time for Your Vacation on the Tickety Talk. Can't miss it. It's also on the YouTubes. And the amount of people are like, oh, you're just a complainer. Ah, look at you complaining. Look, if you don't agree with me, fine. If you don't like the fact that I have a different opinion than you, I don't give a fuck. Honestly and truthfully. So check us out. Check out the Tickety Talks. I have about 7, maybe 8 governing our entire vacation from when we left Portland Airport all the way to our last night at the cruise from hell. Before we get started, please click the like button on this. You can listen to this podcast anywhere you get your podcasts, number 1. Number 2, like I said on the YouTubes, just look up Time for Your Vacation, or you can do a search under the Carnival cruises by going Carnival Cruise, Worst Cruise Ever, and you'll find this pretty face in cartoon form. You also can watch me on the Tickety Talks, as we have mentioned. So, here we are, 10 minutes or less, let's go. The worst thing is the drinks package. Absolute worst. Royal Caribbean allows me, as someone who does not consume alcohol, to purchase the next tier down from the alcohol level. As long as I purchase the alcohol level, I can purchase the next tier down, because my wife drinks, I don't. So I had to pay almost $1,200 for 2 people to drink over a 7-day period. But Dave, I thought it was an 8-day cruise. It is an 8-day cruise. Apparently there's some obscure law in Texas that says they can't allow us to use the drink package while they're in Texas waters. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Makes no sense to me. Whatever. So for 7 days, I paid $1,200 for 2 people. I did the math. I paid $82.50 for me per day to drink Pepsi. Consider I drink, let's say, 6 Pepsis a day. That sounds about right when you're on a hot cruise. I mean, it was hot. I'm now paying just over $13 per can of Pepsi. What is awful with that? Well, it's bad enough you're paying $13 for a can of Pepsi. Guess what? It's a can of warm-assed Pepsi. They do not put their soda in a cooler and fill the cooler with ice. They take a warm soda, a warm can of Pepsi, and they hand it to you, and then they give you a glass of ice. You're supposed to pour it over. So what happens when you pour warm soda over ice? Well, a couple of things. The ice starts melting, so now you got watered down soda. Warm soda plus cold ice equals flat soda. The soda will actually go flat if it sits there for about 7 minutes or longer. And it's gross. It's disgusting. I paid $13 for a flat, watered down soda or a warm soda. So what I would do is I would just go to the bar. I'd get me my can of Pepsi. Then I would take the can of Pepsi and I would take it down to my room and I would put it in the refrigerator. I'd just chill it. I got into it with one bartender one time because he hands me everything and then he opens the Pepsi. I said, I don't want it open. Oh, we're supposed to. You're the only one who does. You're the only one on the ship who has. And I said, I don't want your dirty work fingers next to where I put my mouth. That's why I don't want you to open it for me. I spent years as a bartender. If I ever had to serve a can, I never opened it because I didn't want my dirty fingers next to where where someone puts their mouth. Anyway, I got really pissed off and left. There was no reason for him to open it. Him saying we're supposed to open it. Why? First of all, why are you the only one who does it? Why do you have to open it? I got bent out of shape about that. So I paid very expensive amount of money for warm, disgusting soda. I wasn't a fan of the food. I thought the food was horrible. All you idiots on flipping TikTok, oh, the food is amazing, blah, blah, blah. Dude, you have the palate of a dog who licks his ass all day. The food was mostly so-so. Occasionally, it was worth eating. The Guy Fieri burger place was quite good. The pizza was better than Royal Caribbean's, definitely. The buffet really isn't a buffet. It's more cafeteria style. The last night was my wife and I's 22nd wedding anniversary. She and I celebrated by going to the steakhouse, and it was delicious. Absolutely delicious. The steakhouse was fantastic. The only complaint was they surprised us with a special appetizer. It was one single cherry tomato, hollowed out and cooked so it was soft, and then they took what tasted like Natalie's chili and shoved it in there. I don't know what it was supposed to be. Jashawn had the risotto at the steakhouse, and she said it was the most amazing risotto she'd ever had in her life. So kudos to whoever made that risotto. It was a mushroom risotto. That's all I know. That's all I remember. My biggest complaint, and we're going to end it there because we're pushing our 10 minutes, at this point is going to be the embarkation process. And this is very much mostly not Carnival's fault. So let's just start with the port was Galveston. The embarkation process was a nightmare. I've never been more stressed out dealing with security anywhere in my life. And I'm including the TSA in this. I had a person I know who was in a Facebook group who was on the same cruise as us who said they frisked her 14-year-old daughter but didn't check her bag, which sounds extremely creepy to me. It was a long-ass line. We stood there for 20 minutes inside, at least there was air conditioning, and waited for them to go, okay, it's time, we can talk to you now. And everything's done on paper. Carnival doesn't do anything on an app like Royal Caribbean does. If you know, you know. You have to print out your boarding pass. I had mine, Jashawn didn't have hers. She had to go stand in another line to go get another boarding pass. It's just like... It's like 1970, and the security there, the people there were just like not caring. They confiscated my soda. I brought soda on board. They wouldn't let me bring it on board. Everybody else got to bring their soda. I had mine confiscated. And that's been 10 minutes. So click the like button. You'll see us in a couple of days for more discussion of our Carnival cruise. Until then, have a great day.